Let's talk about the Nigeria National League now. That one keeps getting better and better every match day. And just recently, good news came the way of the officials of the Nigeria National League after a major sponsor was announced. Joining me now in the studio to talk about the NNL and, of course, everything that concerns football at that level. Amar Ignis is the media officer for the Nigeria National League. He joins us now in the studio. Good to have you around, Amar.
Thanks for having me.
And, of course, Alfred Okoligwe, as I like to call him, the guy with the hat, who comes in here every Friday to talk. So, Alfred, good to have you on the show.
Pleasure's mine, as always.
The day you don't come with the hat, I wonder how good sure. But before we go into action for the NNL, let's talk about this major sponsorship deal. How important is it for football at that level?
Austin, I think it's very, very crucial, very important. It's history made because before now, what we had were partial supports. The league was also struggling to supports coming from the league management company, the LMC. And even before now, we had the company, permit me to say, Bet Niger, coming in to give us one or two supports in the past. But it has blossomed to what we have now, officially sealed yesterday here in Lagos. And of course, it's a cherry news. It's a step forward. It's like saying, we have had clubs who had to pay the indemnities of referees. It was a huge burden for them. This is like a load off their shoulder because our new sponsors are directly involved in ensuring that the match officials' indemnities and everything that goes into organizing a match at the most important league for me, the Nigerian National League, is being taken care of. I think it's a huge leap for the second tier and most important league in the country.
I agree. I'll still get you talking, Amar. When the NFF secured sponsorship, they came out straight that it is for the payment of coaches. The sponsorship deal, what's the major focus in terms of using
Don't forget, it is the title sponsors that were unveiled. It's a 3-year deal, 200 million. And of course, there are also windows for negotiations and renegotiations. We hope that our sponsors will get intrinsic value because when a sponsor gets that, we hope we will do our best at the level because the Secretariat and the entire NNL board led by Chief Sachidio for Kenwa and of course the CEO, Honorable Bukola Olakode, and the rest of the members and the club and all stakeholders know the importance of ensuring that you keep tight to a sponsor. You don't breach the agreement so that we'll look forward to having more coming to the league body. Okay,
sounds good. And Alfred, whenever we hear things like these, followers of league football in Nigeria, we love it. About time with these, we see more good, positive changes in the league.
For a league that has illustrious names like Bendel Insurance, Heartland of Owerri, Unisem Rovers, or the one you like Calabar Rovers. These are traditional teams when it comes to traditional names in Nigerian football. I think the NNL has done good business. I think they have now the space is wider. The template that the LMC have used, to really promote league at the top tier is beginning to trickle down. The NNL now has this. The League One now has also a sponsor. So it's all good for Nigerian football. I think there is that consciousness by Nigerians to ask what is happening to our own. Where is our own? How well are they doing? And I believe that for any corporate sponsor, any responsible corporate sponsor at this time, the best time to really partner with Nigerian football is now, and that's what what this whole thing is all about. The Nigerian Football Federation has been able to put its house in order. We're beginning to see, people come in to say, okay, we want to do business with you. And it can only get better. So the NNL is benefiting from this. And I think with what they said at the unveiling, because I was there, in the days ahead, more sponsors will be unveiled, and I think it will only be good for Nigerian football.
That's what it is, particularly at that level, the second tier level, where it's all about development, and then we can now take it to top flight football, which is the Nigeria Professional Football League. And the NNL this season has given us more than enough reasons to follow it. We've seen victories, we've seen fantastic goals, we've seen good play. No, when I tell you this, that because I watched the last game between Bendel Insurance and First Bank, and I must tell you it was quality football. Let's quickly run through the fixtures from the NNL. Southern Conference has given us so much to talk about while waiting for it to come back. Amar, you look at the Southern Conference and you can't even tell where the next game is going.
Yeah, because it's quite competitive. I want to use the right word. That's the right word I should use. The Southern Conference, we have more teams, 18 teams, and of course less than what we have in the Northern Conference. What you have seen so far is today it is Heartland on top. Tomorrow it is Go Round FC.
I know.
And today currently we have Crown, who are the zenith of the Southern Conference. Wow. That shows you the competitive nature of it, and the fact that there are a lot of draws. Score draws, scoreless draws, away wins, home losses. You know, it makes it more interesting. You're not even sure of what the result of the next game you're going to play will be like, because the officials, I think, they're also on top of their job, because there has been honest sensitization and you know, a deliberate plan by the Nigerian Referees Football Association in conjunction with the Referees Committee of the NFF. Alfred, you agree with me, to see that the referees sit up each time. Here and there we hear Kelechi Mejobi, the public relation of the Nigerian Referees Football Association, saying that the referees must do well or they will be shipped out. Because see, the beauty of the game is in having good officiating, but I can also pity the referees. We need to provide the right environment, security, but that has been put in place. There are rules. There is what we call the rule books when you're playing a competition. So the NNL is also on the toes of the football teams to ensure that adequate security, maximum adequate security, as provided in the rule book, is being provided by most of these clubs. That is why, if you go to ICOM, for example, the NNL has said this team will no longer play at the stadium.
The place is not good enough.
It's not just about the cases of the pitch now, but the case of insecurity, which has affected us.
That's actually a no-no in the league. Security must be top-notch. Let's go back to the fixture, Southern Conference. Our First Bank, they will be welcoming our Warriors. I spoke to Coach Lukman after that defeat to NNL Insurance. He says this one must be a victory for his team. So let's see if First Bank can bounce back against Warriors. Newe United will play Delta Force. In the first 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games, we're talking about Delta Force.
And Go Round FC and Bayelsa United. But now it's Crown at the top. Crown at the top, Heartland in two.
What a story. Gateway United will take on Crown. As you heard, they are now on top of the table. Go Round will take on NNL Insurance. NNL Insurance, they look fired up. They love the fact that football has come back to Edo State. And the officials and the state government are doing all they can to ensure that they bring fans to the stadium. Heartland will take on Bayelsa United. What a story.
That's his game.
What a story. Heartland, the same Heartland.
They have to put daylight. They have to put daylight between themselves and Bayelsa, because they went 5 games winning streak. That was cut short when they came to Lagos against AS Racing. They went to Umuahia to the point they lost. They picked it in Umuahia with an away win, and they want to consolidate this time around.
Ikorodu United, they picked a point in their last game away. Let's see if they can consolidate against AS Racing. That one also is a very tough derby right there. My People FC will take on Aqua Starlets. Saw the guys from Aqua Starlets getting into Lagos. They're ready for that one. Osun United will take on Abia Comets, while Papilo will take on Unisem Rovers. What a story in the NNL. Let's go to the Northern Conference. Yobe Desert Stars will take on Mighty J. Sokoto United will take on Kwara United. And Damwa United will play Kogi United. I say United are fair right there. While FC Abuja will take on Jigawa Golden Stars, and FC Zamfara will take on FRSC. We have the media officer before we move out of this segment. A lot of people ask questions, why is it not complete in the Northern Conference? And then it's making the play boring. What's really going on in the Northern Conference?
Before now, we had most of the teams that we have to be very open here and say the way it should be said. We have a lot of the teams coming from the Southern Conference. And of course, when you have more of the teams already from the Nigerian Premier League, you ruled them out, Fred. We have Heartland, Warriors, we had NNL Insurance. These were Premier teams before now. In as much as we also had Zamfara and Kaduna United. So the NNL is not unaware of the fact that there is need to balance the situation. But for us to take off, we have to start with what we had already on board. Looking forward to the next season, where we hope to ensure that there is an equilibrium somewhere. You have the same measure of team from the north, and then you have the same measure of team from the south. And it will make it us. I believe it will make it more competitive. But I think we are not oblivious of the fact that there is a gap which a lot of people have noticed, and these notifications, observations are seriously being noted by the NNL.
Needs to look into it. Awesome news coming your way now. The Nigeria Professional Football League will be back. Alfred, this time around, you blink, and then when you open your eyes, you start asking, where am I?
It's gone.
Because this is the business stage of the league, Alfred, and what a way is welcoming us back, particularly in Lagos, MFM, Aqua United.
The good thing about it is that while the EPL is shutting down, the Spanish La Liga is shutting down,
you have our football.
The MPFL is here, and that's just the beauty of it. It just gives us an ample opportunity. I think we have to, from the organizers, the media, everybody, we just have to take it one notch higher this time around. Those who are on the fringes, who are asking, what are you guys doing with the Nigerian Premier? I get asked that often. Anyway, I don't put on, I put on just a lot, and no one for any foreign club. Those guys, what do you guys really enjoy in the MPFL? Now this is the time for us to show them what we enjoy in it. That's what it is. The MPFL is back. Let's run through the fixtures. But MFM, they've shown promise this year. Amar is with the NNL, but of course he follows the MPFL also. And they'll be playing Aqua United. What are you expecting from that one?
It's going to be huge. You know, it's a reverse fixture. If you look at what happened in week 19, Coach Fidelis Ilechukwu and his words, who have been invited by Coach General to the Super Eagles, talking about our current highest goal scorer, and Olatubosu. Agege Stadium has become a heaven sort of for a community-based football being shown by Mountain of Fire Miracle Ministries. I think it's going to be tough. They know the need for them to consolidate, and the coach has come out to say he wants to finish amongst the top 4. I think it's going to be a huge fight, and let's expect it. Two
things in this MFM versus Aqua United clash.
That's right.
2 players, integral members of MFM, now play for Aqua United.
Look at that.
2 of them, Musa Newman. No, they started from they left at the Musa Newman and Ifeanyi.
Yep.
Both of them, we knew them with MFM, but this season they signed up with Aqua United and they're going to be part of this.
Well, for me, whenever these 2 teams are playing, I call it Godwin Ina versus Paul Bassi. And then they just come out there and just play for the fun of it. We take on Ifeanyi, Rivers United, we take on Asa United, Enugu Rangers. What a story. Match day 20. Enugu Rangers need to redefine their season from now till the end of this particular season. When they take on Gombe United, we will know Katsina United will play Plateau United. So that's it. The MPFL is back. And of course, ABS will take on the Academy Warriors. Kano Pillars will play Niger Tornadoes. Sunshine Stars will take on Lobby Stars. Wicked Torres will play Abia Warriors. Remo Stars will take on Zobu. Eimba. Other games played today in the Northern Conference, match day 10 of the Nigeria National League. Let's just run through it. FC Abuja beating Jigawa Golden Stars 2-1.
That was at Area 3 playground today, and of course that's the only match. The rest of the matches will play there from tomorrow and Sunday, as you announced earlier.
Okay, before I let you guys go, let me start with Alfred. Alfred, match day 20 upon us in the MPFL. Do you think we're going to have an away victory?
Maybe in, I don't know, I would have like Enyimbazi in Shagamu. But Raymond know that they are condemned to win this one. Their revival will have to start from here. If they must survive, they are bottom of the table. I'm sure they've had enough time to rest. And the People's Elephants are coming to town. If they must start a revival, they have to start with a team like Enyimba. Enyimba themselves know that they actually belong to the top. And they might just be looking to do one better than Remo Stars.
My take is on the match with the Antelopes in Enugu and Gombe United. Remember the fracas that ensued at the Pantani International Stadium? Where a goalkeeper was attacked and the fans almost took siege. You know, we're expecting to see how that game will pan out.
That's right.
Because Rangers is a team who, after losing from the Continental campaign, they want to ensure that for the magical wand performed by Imama, who has exited the club, one expects to see how Rangers will remain on top. so that they don't go down. They remain the only team in the Nigerian Premier League that
they've turned the corner. I can tell you that Rangers have turned the corner. No, check out the results in the exit of Imam. Yeah. They've turned the corner. Yes, the 3-3 draw against the go. I'm now wondering. Violence does not pay in any way. Now I'm wondering, the fans that attacked, that caused all of that in Gombe, will they now come to?
I wonder. And of course, big work for the MPFL and the LMC to make sure that we bring everyone involved to book. Thank you so much, Amar Ignis, for coming around. Always a delight to have. And of course, Alfred Okoligwe comes with the heart and he talks so much football.